You're thinking about Doughnuts by me, Michael Rosen. Chapter 5. This way, guys, said the spacesuit. You're looking good. Channel 0 plus. You ain't seen nothing yet. The spacesuit was leading Frank and the plastic skeleton towards the bottom of the stairs. The stairs were great wide steps leading to the upstairs galleries, and all the way up the stairs were various stuffed animals. On the landing, halfway up, was the tiger that Frank had dreamed about. Come on, boy, said the plastic skeleton. You never know. This spacesuit might have a program inside it to find your mum. But Frank hung back. He trusted his feelings, and his feelings were telling him, don't go up those stairs past that tiger. Come on, boy, said the plastic skeleton. We might even find those peanuts you were thinking about. I wasn't thinking about peanuts, said Frank. Yes, you were, said the plastic skeleton, but don't worry about it. You have to think about something, don't you? Some people think about macaroni cheese. I sometimes think about macaroni cheese, said Frank. Do you? Said the plastic skeleton. You should see a doctor. That's very, very worrying. You could become very ill thinking about macaroni cheese. Could I? Said Frank. Well, that's how I got ill, said the plastic skeleton, thinking about macaroni cheese. But you've never been alive, said Frank. How could you have got ill? I know what you're thinking, said the plastic skeleton, not answering Frank's question. You're thinking that if you go on talking to me, we won't have to go up the stairs past the tiger that you're scared of. Yes, said Frank in that small voice. Well, listen, said the plastic skeleton. I don't think you're the only one who's scared. Look at Spacesuit over there. Spacesuit was standing very still, 1 foot on the bottom step. It looks like an exhibit in a museum, said the plastic skeleton. It is an exhibit in a museum, isn't it? Said Frank. Well, said the plastic skeleton, it's not surprising that it looks like one then, is it, boy? The tiger moved. Oh no, thought Frank. This is horrible. It moved, said Frank. I know she did, said the plastic skeleton. I'm scared, said Frank. I know you are, said the plastic skeleton. It's coming downstairs, said Frank. I know she is, said the plastic skeleton. Can't Spacesuit do something? No, said the plastic skeleton. Just then, the tiger seemed to have noticed Spacesuit. It took a step backwards, crouched down, and tried to hide itself. Right, come on, said the plastic skeleton. Mission control to Spacesuit 1. Keep going. Roger. And Spacesuit said, Hi, guys. Easy as she goes. Wow, we're really cooking. So now all three of them walked up the stairs towards the tiger. Frank hiding behind the other two. Step by step they went. Frank was amazed to see the plastic skeleton walk towards the tiger and bend down to talk to it. The tiger crouched in a huddle, so Frank stepped a bit nearer so he could hear what the plastic skeleton was saying. It's all right, tiger. He won't harm you. It's only Spacesuit. There's no one inside it. Don't worry. Don't panic. It's all right. And all the while, Tiger was moaning and saying, No, I don't want to be killed again. No. The plastic skeleton went on being kind. It's all right. It's all right, Tiger. He won't harm you. He hasn't got a gun. He can't harm you. Frank remembered the rockets. He wasn't so sure. But in the end, Tiger got up. Now, come on, said the plastic skeleton. You come and say hello to Spacesuit. So very, very slowly, Tiger loped towards Spacesuit. Hello, said Tiger. Hi, said Spacesuit. This is great. It's a great day. Terrific. Hi. Nice day. Really nice. Tiger looked at Spacesuit. "Now, come and say hello to Frank," said the plastic skeleton. Tiger loped towards Frank. "Hello." Frank just stared. He was terrified. "No need to be scared of me," said Tiger. "I'm dead. I died in India years ago. I used to be dangerous. I used to be wild. I used to be a great, powerful beast that could move through long grass with such speed. All people could see of me was a golden streak of light." "What happened to you?" said Frank. "What did you die of?" Tiger dropped her head down and looked sad. "I was killed." "Okay, guys, let's move it, okay? Let's move it. That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for Tarzan and the giant crab." "Oh, shut up," said the plastic skeleton. "You must listen to this," it said to Frank. "Go on, Tiger, go on." "I thought I was big and strong enough never to be trapped or killed by such a weak creature as a man. I knew I had such power in my body. It happened like this. I'd killed a deer for my 3 cubs to eat, and we sat by the side of a river feeding, when suddenly I heard distant noises. It was the sound of trees and bushes breaking, men's voices shouting, the thud of elephants' feet. I could smell the men and their food and their drink, and I could smell hundreds of elephants. At first I thought maybe it was a fire and people were running away, but then suddenly I realized they weren't running away from anything. They were hunting me. The deer I had caught was bait that they had put out for me. I'd been tricked. At first, I could only hear the noise from one side, and I thought I could escape with my 3 cubs. So I stayed where I was, where we were safe, with food. I wasn't afraid. I knew I was strong. I knew I was fast. I knew I was powerful. But the noise got louder, and the smells got stronger. And then I realized that the elephants were not just on one side. They were all around me. There was a ring right round me of over 100 elephants. On top of each elephant sat an Indian man, and every so often there was an Englishman with a gun. These men shouted at the Indians, telling them to move on, nearer and nearer to me. I crouched down low with my cubs, thinking we wouldn't be seen. But the great crashing and smashing of the bushes and trees went on. Birds flew up into the sky. Rats rushed out of the way. I found myself thinking, why would the elephants harm me? I never harm elephants. But these elephants were the servants of men, and each man could control an elephant with a sharp stick. Then, as one part of the circle came nearer, I could see that on one of the elephants sat an Englishman who everyone thought was very important. Servants were fanning him and bringing him drinks. He was King George V. Hundreds of men and animals and guns had been got together so that King George V could kill me. I felt a terrible panic grip me. I knew I was about to lose my cubs, the ones I'd spent so much care and strength on, hiding them, hunting for them, nursing them. I looked at them, and straight away I knew what to do. Urge them to run at the elephants, perhaps to break through between 2 elephants in the ring. Perhaps the men with guns wouldn't shoot at them. So I forced my 3 cubs forwards, and they broke out of their hiding place and into the open immediately. I heard the rifles fire. Pew! A crack louder than the shouting and the trampling, but then I saw 1, then 2 cubs reach the ring of elephants. 2 of them moved apart and let my cubs through. So it had been a mistake. The men hadn't meant to fire at my cubs. They'd thought one or perhaps both of them were me, streaking out of the bushes. But where was my third cub? I couldn't see her anywhere. And then, as I moved myself, I saw her. Stretched out on her side, blood dripping from her neck. Oh, fear and hate and sadness came to me all at the same time. I felt a wave of force pass into my back and down my legs, and I found myself leaping forwards, roaring from the bottom of my throat. I plunged through the bushes and long grass. I could see that the row of elephants ahead, and I could see them all there. I had to break through. I had to be free. I had to reach my 2 cubs. But just as I came leaping through, I saw a long, narrow metal rifle pointing at me from King George V's chair. There was a flash of fire, a crack that broke my ears, and a tearing, burning pain in my chest. A terrible smell of metal and smoke and blood. All the strength of my front legs and chest rushed from me. But the power in my back legs pushed me on. I rolled forwards and fell. A hard, numb feeling moved through me. My eyes blurred over. I saw the men waving in the air. I saw nothing. I heard nothing. I felt nothing. I was dead. Frank didn't know if he felt sad or angry. He just looked at Tiger and wanted to go up to her and touch her or hug her or something. Instead, he just said in that small voice, "Well, how did you get here?" "I'm a present. A present from King George V. They took out my bones, they stuffed me with some hairy stuff, and here I am at the top of the stairs with my mouth open to make me look fierce and angry. It's supposed to make you think how brave the king was to have shot such a dangerous beast as me. Him, and his hundreds of elephants and men and guns, shot 39 tigers that month in the year 1911. I hear there are not many of us left out there now." "Well, wow," said Spacesuit. "That's really something. That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for popcorn." "Oh, do shut up," said the plastic skeleton. "I'm sorry," it said to Tiger, "but he has no idea what's going on." "Oh, that's all right," said Tiger. "Neither did King George V. "Did he used to say all that, one small step for man stuff?" said Frank. "No," said Tiger. "He kept firing his gun and saying, 'Have I bagged it? Oh, what a fine bag. That's a jolly good bag for an afternoon.' You'd have thought he was talking about handbags or something." "Well, what was he talking about?" said Frank. "Us. Dead tigers. He had got us. Bagged us. Do you understand?" "Yes," said Frank. But now all he could think of was that the King of England thought the tiger was a handbag. Frank didn't know what to say, so he said, "We're looking for my mum." But the moment he said it, he realised it was a silly thing to say to a tiger. She immediately thought of her dead cub and the 2 who had got through the ring of elephants, the ones she had never seen again. The plastic skeleton saw her looking sad, so he said, "And we're looking for the real wild man of Ashton Forest." "Yippee!" said Spacesuit. "Shut up," said the plastic skeleton. "Do you want to come?" said Frank. "No," said Tiger. "Give me a shout if you want some help. I don't like the look of your astronaut friend there. He looks like he might do something crazy any moment." "Oh, no," said the plastic skeleton. "He's on a safe program at the moment." Oh, yes. said Tiger. If that's the safe one, then what's the unsafe one like? Oh, you know, said the plastic skeleton, just firing rockets. Oh, yes, yes. I understand, said Tiger. I understand that very well. What do you understand, said Frank. Don't bother her any more, boy, said the plastic skeleton. We must hurry up now, or it'll be time for me to get back to my case. Do we have lift-off? Said Spacesuit. We do, said the plastic skeleton. Goodbye, Tiger, said Frank. So long, sweetie face, said Spacesuit. What idiot thought it was a good idea to bring this fathead along, said the plastic skeleton. You're the idiot that thought it was a good idea to bring that fathead along, said Frank. Oh, said the plastic skeleton. And on they went, up the stairs. I hope you enjoyed your thinking about Doughnuts. If you want to know more about all the new stories and poems I put up here on Kids Poems and Stories with Michael Rosen, then why not follow the link and subscribe to the channel.